language services were not aware that they may be required to come and provide certain services to you. But we got an official who is available, who is going to join us online. And the material has been sent to the official to go through it before it is played. So the official has requested 5 minutes more. So we will be alerted when the official has joined, for sure in the next 4 to 5 minutes. And then we can go ahead with the proceedings. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, Chairperson and the honorable members.
Good afternoon to you. May you please introduce yourself?
My name is Michael Sitole.
Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Stoll. I'm told that you have received the evidence material. Is that so?
That is correct, Chairperson.
And have you had a chance to listen to it?
No, Chairperson, I prioritized yourselves first, just to be on board to inform you that I've already connected. Then I just need to listen to the audio. I did listen to it a little bit, and the manager, Mr. Nduli, requested me to connect so that the committee is aware that I'm online, so that we don't delay the proceedings. I will just need, I don't know how long it is. I may need just 3 minutes.
Yeah, but the language that is used as a medium in the audio, do you understand it, so that we don't have a situation where you come back and say, hey, I don't understand this language?
I'm Zulu. I'm a former head of interpreters for Zulu in Hansard.
Okay, so, no, we have comfort with that statement. So just play the video first, the audio first, and then go through it. For the time that you have requested, you will inform us when you are ready to proceed.
As may please the Chairperson.
Thank you so much.
Away from the dynamics organization. Where do we come from? When the land back in the days. And what is going on now? More than anything in Pasam City, to withdraw it has seen a business investigation, and yet we have not received a presentation and an investigation officially. When I'm at this case, when I everything, I was saying to myself, if that's okay, say, I assume any problem for now. Which I gave this country team who are wins with them because we're now talking about operational things. And when I can't say this doesn't work, this works. So how to get into the conclusion? My appointment, if there's an intelligence that you have that says unali manipulation, unali things, then you can justify and say, okay, before you continue now, I'll brief you. Yes, okay. But the stop operation on its track, investigation on its track, we stop it. It's going to have some implications. So that was my concern. Are we checking that and open ngoba angifuni tomorrow futhi abe athonika cela izimbini zama-officials because izimbi zama-officials use problem. Ama-officials athonika order sisho sama-decision abantu ama-decision ama-officials si-decision besabe mhlawumbe ithathi apply isimanje
manje nalento ke sivela kanjena kwamina ngingakamtsheli yabona nje hayi isiyahlupha ngoba
sifuna umtshela khona ubona ukuthi the reason why ufuna ukubona into njenganalesi
ngoba abantu uyabona kwayena izogcina ifikile kushuthi lento ngoba sazi phela iseculator kanjani lento manje
izothini
and inegama lami phezulu manje sethi hawa usangitshela into esensitive kangaka
bese kufanele umtshela khona ukuthi ngithe mangabe ngifuna ukubona ngale ndaba le wathi wasihlangana eCape Town umtshela ukuthi fana ndivuna ukubona wathi wasihlangana eCape Town. I was willing to intervene there because there are certain things that came to my attention. But when what was in the Cape Town, so within the Cape Town.
Hey. Sengimbona kusasa ngimtshele sengimkhombisa nayo lento esibhalwe kanjela ngaphela
isizane ezayo esayidini manje izinto
na isikhuluma yonke into lena as much as nawe kade uwonisha ama fight back nani kodwa le ngathi kuya exaggerate ngoba yabona nje angikhumbuli uthi u small boy and manje into exakayo the real facts angiwaboni lana yabona nje mekuthiwa mhlambe bekulalela ifoni amafoni ethu kufanele ngabe ubhalile la ukuthi akayiyeke lento mengabe clean noma me ukuthi akakaza athathe lutho kumuntu into ezikanjalo kufanele ngabe sibhaliwe la mekuwukuthi lo muntu belalela amafoni ngoba yabona lokho bengeka kushiya ngoba phela ku inline ngalezi zinto ayishoyo ya ngoba lokwe warrant awukazi ukusho
imagine
ngazokusho uyichazile impela nje ukuthi fight back nje and I'm sure now umuonisha phela ngoba uyamazi awuqala ukumazi manje ukuthi kuzoba ne fight back la mawuzazi ukuclean amaphoyisa azokujijibeza
because that's what they can do. But if you survive and you can't go down again. So that is my only work. But I know long enough.
Ah, ngizoma explainela mhlambe ke mayise ithola nazo lezi zinto mhlambe uzokuthinta.
Ngizozwa ngayo.
Soza ukuthi uthini. Then lama sengimbonile mhlambe ngizokubrief.
Yabona namanje ngisasho ngithi the biggest thing that I've been talking about angekho umuntu ofuna ukuyilalela kuze namhlanje eyokuthi abantu be-intelligence make batholakala benze into wrong akumelanga bathathwe departmentally kumele basuswe kwi-crime intelligence bawubekwa somewhere else because they are used to all these dirty things that is going to create a problem for the organization. For instance, bantu banema-access ama-6 in the state. As an example. Whether uKhan, whether umuthi, whether ubantu se-Cape Town.
Otiyo.
Ukuthi kunezinto ababa-involved ngazo during their line of operations. Othola ukuthi zi-involve ne-leadership political. So abangani mase be desperate ukuthi thina we can't go down alone. Bagcina sebezi-expose. Bayisho kudala le. Amanje ngisayisho ukuthi akasuswe abasuswe one moment ukuthi umuntu wenza into wrong then liqhama ku-IP le recommendation yabo kanti beqhama ku-IP okay i-IP siqhamene nje so ndoda sekususa sokubeka somewhere else they so doing even though the departmental thing yakhona Manchester umshifta kwi-department emaphoyiseni umsuku yenye or umsusa emaphoyiseni ukuze kwi-department yazi ukuthi umdluli kabangedlishe kanjani lapha
wenza kanjani
kanjalo usithola kanti usithola yokungena lokudlula kunale standard esikhona ngesifele yenza so lo muntu u-town through president mhlampe umtshela ukuthi akaresign emaphoyiseni umarengele kwi-state security ukuthi kumfake kwi-secret operation state security ayosebenza as an agent by so doing upresident uzobahave ukuthi he's around the public behave ukuthi akasekho emaphoyiseni betodathena ngomdluli bamsusa kanjani ngoba ifenifandike egcina sengenethele so lala it's the same thing ngisho bonke labantu abafisa ama-disciplinary steps kwi-crime intelligence bengamelanga bajake bengafike ukuthi mase kuthola evidence ukuthi kune-misconduct so kuthiwa umuntu akasusa singaphele lo msebenzi asuse whether ususelwa la emaphoyiseni or usuka kwi-defense intelligence usuka kwi-state security laba basamdinga bangamthoba sangamsebenzisi in another field uyabona nje mina personally ngiyazi relationship ukhana nayo no-Julius ngiyayazi ukuthi how close are they ukuya etafuleni was not by mistake yabona so umbuzo ekutheni-ke ubana ba-influencer ba-SFS of music usupport ubani for i-defense yakhe badefende umuntu efanele bamdefende yini
exactly
bese kuzoba usibiya nawe nezakhe kwafa abantu eZimbabwe lapha kuthiwa rendition ngemva yabo Spain
ke ngale
so ziningi inkinga ezisona so into ebalulekile nje ukuthi mina okwami ukuthi boss
Is it disrupted or that is where it ends? Honorable Kim.
Chairperson.
Yes.
Chair.
Mr. Stoller.
Afternoon, Chair.
Yes, is that where the material ends?
Yes, Chair. I've listened to the audio. I think I should give you and the honorable members two options.
Yeah.
You choose either I interpret it consecutively, which I do not recommend for you. Consecutively, it would mean I listen to a particular portion, interpret it, replay, listen to another portion, interpret it, replay, listen to another portion, and interpret it. The reason being that this is a two-way conversation between two people. Or else I do it simultaneously. The sound and vision official there by you plays it just continuously, and I just interpret up to its end.
Okay. Hold it there. Honorable members, do you want a consecutive or simultaneous interpretation?
And Chair, on the second option, I am not sure if the member will be able to hear me and the audio at the same time. Because one might override the other.
Sometimes because of frustration.
Okay. Did you hear what Mr. Stolle is saying, honorable members? Mr. Stolle is giving you two options. The first option is that the video is played, the audio is played in parts and then followed by the interpretation of what would have been said or of the conversation. Or we allow him to say, you have listened to the video. I have also listened to the audio. I have also listened to the audio. This is what is being said. So he wants to know from yourselves, which option do you prefer? Chief Whip.
Excuse me, Chair. I don't know what happened. The part that I was looking for is the part that they are referring to in the conversation, but it's not playing directly, where there seems to have been a threat that if I know I am clean, including the period when I was premier in KZN, then I must then go on with the disbandment. So there was that part. So I don't know whether he cut and started later or something in the tape. But that is one that I wanted more, because to me that was a threat.
Did you hear it being?
I didn't hear. What I hear is them referring to it, to say when we were talking, and then somebody seems to have overheard us and recorded us. There is something that they should not have missed, those who were recording us.
Yeah.
Like 1, 2. So they merely are referring to it, but they are no longer talking to it. So I don't know whether it is part of the tape.
The material that is being played here is the one that you submitted yourself.
Yeah, the one that was playing is just part of it, but not specifically where there is a threat, which was my intention. To add on the kind of conversation that went on. And it was the last one, that one, for now.
Okay. Where on the audio is that part? Is it towards
it seems to be before. He can tell us where, but I'm saying if he hears us, there's a part where they seem to have discussed, or where General Mkhwanazi seemed to have said, if Minister Mchunu knows that he is clean, he must then go on with the disbandment.
Yeah. So
that is the one.
What we need from you is guidance, so that if that part is to be played.
Yes, that's the only part that
Mr. Stolle must know.
Yes.
Where on the audio must he locate that? Is it at the beginning of the audio or towards the end of the audio?
Yeah, it sounds like it is before, from what he played. And that would have been 1 minute or something like that, and then we close.
Okay. Honorable Malim.
No, Minister, what we're asking is, if this thing is 12 minutes, from which minute does it start, that portion? Because in the consultation with your lawyers, you would have emphasized that, and they know from 3 minutes to 4 minutes, or 5, 7, which part of that? Because we want him to go straight on that one.
I really wanted, I thought that I had put the request very, very clearly that it is the part where he says, if the minister knows that he's clean, including when he was premier, he can then go on. That is the part that I wanted, because I had already conveyed the others like anger, like
let me stop you.
I think it is before this one. It will be less than 3 minutes.
The guidance that we need is that the video, I mean, the audio has played for a particular amount of time. So when you were listening to the video, the part that you want heard by this ad hoc committee, where do we locate it? I see your team is trying to help you there. Yes.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, when we were consulting with the lawyers, I said, this is the part where there seems to have been that threat. So between them and people here, I don't know where they are missing each other, but they say it was not sent to them as lawyers to listen whether that is the part. The part that played is just part of the conversation, but not what I wanted. What I wanted is where I was told there's a threat. So it sounds to me like it is before what he played.
Okay, no, it's fine. Let's do like this. In the meantime, let's allow the senior counsel to proceed outside this material, because what he said to me is that because he received this evidence this morning, surely on his scope for today, he doesn't have questions based on that evidence. It's you who requested the part must be played because you want, it's part of your presentation. So we're going to allow Mr. Stolle to listen to that part which you want. And once he's ready, he has located it, he will give us a bell, and then we can come back to it, so that we don't spend time debating where that part is. So, Senior Counsel, may we proceed on? Okay, Honorable Nomval.
Yeah, thank you very much, Chair. No, Chair, before we proceed, we just want to register our concern in relation to how the council is conducting what he's doing, Chair. Our understanding, and I know we're trying to prescribe the manner in which he must ask questions, but our understanding, Chair, is that he must cover all the aspects of the evidence of the witness and all the aspects of the terms of reference, because from those we can be able to identify follow-up questions for tomorrow, because we're not only going to ask original questions. There are follow-up questions that will come from what he has asked from the witness. Now, the pace under which he asked his questions and the responses thereto is very worrisome, because as from yesterday until today, he has only dealt with one aspect, the PKTT aspect. So if maybe we can change the pace, because we're really interested in him getting to all the aspects that are covered by the witness in his statement. I know that you have given guidance in that regard, but we just want to put an emphasis to say we are interested in what he is doing. He is not only doing it for himself, he does it also for us as members of this committee, so that we can be able to identify contradictions, if there are any, and follow-up questions. So if we can improve, and I doubt that within the remaining time, he is going to be able to cover everything that is left. But the reason why we raised the issue of long answers to questions yesterday was because of what is happening today.
Yeah.
Just wanted to register that. We request that you also play a role, Chairperson, of intervening from time to time. For instance, if a question has been asked and responded to yesterday, there is no need to go back to the same question that was asked. And that's what we have discovered, is that many issues that have been asked today are issues that were asked from the witness. And the witness today kept on saying, I clarified, or like I said earlier, he kept on repeating the same thing that was asked from him yesterday. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I agree in part with you, because the evidence leader has not only focused on the PKTT since we started yesterday. So, but I take the emphasis that you make, but it is not entirely accurate that the main focus is on, I mean, that focus is one-dimensional. Let's allow them to proceed. Remember, the witness is the one who requested enough time. And I agree with you that the entire part of this morning before lunch, the dominant matter there has been the PKTT. And that is why when we broke, I made that call to say, we need to go beyond that. So may we proceed, honorable members. Are you ready, honorable minister, to proceed?
Thank you very much. I was just left with one intervening issue before the letter came, and how it reconstructed the environment such that, apart from not being willing to meet in the format that was suggested, I was willing to go on with the meeting, as I indicated later in another meeting to General Mkhwanazi. But let me just complete that, even though the recording doesn't capture it. So part of what they discussed was what I thought was going to come here to say, if the minister is clean, knows that he's clean, he can then proceed with the disbandment. And to me, that was a threat. And it was also a promise that somebody is going to go back and say, what did I do wrong while I was MEC, while I was Premier, while I was in water? And I have no problem with that. I have no problem. People can go and start from day one when I was MEC, check any wrong and Premier and water. Those things are fine. But in the context in which it was said, it becomes a weapon. It becomes a weapon to say, don't do this, even if it's correct, even if it is lawful, even if it's constitutional, because I don't like it. If you do it, I'll go and dig what you did wrong at some point, if there is. And I don't think that people should take it for granted that the wrong things that I did that constitutes unlawfulness during those periods.
You and I have now seemingly been criticized for taking a bit too long. You've made a request that you want to be heard. I don't know if the Mkhwanazi smell is still on you today. Maybe it's a bit off now that you've had an opportunity to give your side of the story. But we do need to move a bit quicker. But I'm not in a position, this is not a court of law where I can make an application or whatever. You must be given whatever latitude you need to fully respond. but it would help if we could just get to the point. Now, the questions a while ago was about the WhatsApp of the 4th of April, and then you referred us to this conversation of early January with your chief of staff. I accept it's relevant, but was that just mentioned, or are you mentioning what appears to be a threatening conversation between Mkhwanazi and Gabinde? Is the point of that conversation your lack of response or your curt response that, okay, I've received your WhatsApp, I'll sort of deal with it later? Is that the reason why you responded in that fashion?
Let me go on to say that it constituted or constructed a particular environment. And I'm not saying that it is the only reason, but I had to look at it, and I considered it in the environment that it brought in that had not been there, the threat. So I passed that in line with what you are requesting. And then
just in terms of the conversation very quickly, because we'd also been asked about it before it was even played. Whether is this the way conversations, telephonic conversations or other online conversations with your chief of staff was handled, that they were recorded, apparently without the consent of in this case, Mkhwanazi, and Mkhwanazi, I think, mentioned in his evidence that some version, a bit distorted apparently, appeared on social media, and he wasn't happy about that. So the question is just that, are you aware that your chief of staff, obviously, you know, he recorded it, he mentioned it to you, but is this the way you conducted things in your office?
No.
Okay, then maybe we'll ask him for a reason why he recorded Mkhwanazi without his consent, or is there a legal reason that you as a minister and your chief of staff can record conversations with people under the Cyber Act or some legislation?
Now, we don't record people. I'm not aware of anybody in my office who have ever recorded a person, but in this instance, it's me who advised the chief of staff to say, you may need to record your conversations with General Mkhwanazi because of the threats. It was not because for the commission, I wasn't thinking about the commission or any other thing, because he kept on saying, General Mkhwanazi is angry. When a person says so-and-so is angry with you, you take it serious.
So can we just understand that even before this recording, Mkhwanazi had phoned Gabinde and spoke to him in a threatening, because who decided that his conversation must henceforth be recorded?
First, he just told me that there's a threat. He's angry. He's saying 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then he came back, I think third time in one day, as they continued to talk. And at some point I felt that the way things are developing, it looks like they're developing fast and they've got anger inside, but they now have threats inside. Now, when he mentioned this one of if the minister knows he's clean, no, I think it came before that one that I said, now we may now need to record. It was after he spoke about fight back. I don't think fight back was recorded. But I think it was at that point when I said, being experienced as I am, I felt that this may develop to something else. Then I said record. But that one of threatening on what I may have left in the Premier's office, when he mentioned that, I felt that, so there's a threat here.
Okay.
So we are discussing, he is wanting to meet me and so on, to discuss the disbandment, which is fine. I'm fine with. But
So
when it says, it sounded like a compromise. So you want to compromise me on things that I, as a matter of principle, I have to consider in my work. But because you don't like it, you then issue a threat and you date it back where it worked. It constituted the environment. Let me move on.
So Kabinde decided, he took it upon himself to record this discussion.
I advised the chief of staff.
You told him to record it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said you may need to consider recording, because
Okay.
I don't normally have a discussion with a person and then you get threats
Okay.
in your work environment, and I didn't understand why.
Now that WhatsApp came on the 4th of April, before that you would have had the meeting with the portfolio committee on the 5th of March.